there, my name is Amy, and I am applying for a scholarship. And the question is, how has being a first generation college student challenged you? And how has the experience made you a better student and person? So, I went to college back in 2006, and I was the first one in my family to go. I had an older brother and a younger brother who had not started attending college yet. And my older brother was, off doing his own thing and trying to figure out what was his life going to be about. So I just grew up in New Jersey, and I decided that I wanted to go down to Florida in Orlando to go to college. And I was completely by myself. I didn't know anybody. I was extremely nervous to go there and not know anybody. And I grew up in kind of a bubble. My parents took good care of us, but we really didn't know how to cook or clean or do laundry. So I really went there and got shocked by, having to do all these things such as cooking and cleaning and paying bills and, trying to figure out how to go to school as well as take care of myself. At the time when I went down, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I did gymnastics for a long time, and I thought I wanted to do some type of gymnastics, business venture, open a gym, work at a gym. But after being there for 2 years, I started working with special education students, and that's where my heart really took me. I feel like if I didn't go down to Florida, I don't know if I would have had that experience and if I would have been able to, see what special education is about. I don't know if I would even be in special education at this point. I also made a lot of lifelong friends down there that I still keep in contact with. The challenges that I faced down there was my parents didn't know what scholarships to get, what financial aid to get. Now being older and an adult, I'm dealing with, having to have student loans still. So those are the things that really challenged me with my parents not knowing, where to go with financial aid and what to apply for. Being 18 years old, I just I'll just take the money, just give it to me, not thinking, 10 years later, I'm going to have to pay all this back. How has the experience made me a better person and student? I learned a lot about being a student, how to study, and, how to have a life outside of studying. And right now I'm going for my doctorate. And I feel that, I've been able to learn a lot from being down in college and how to, be able to study and also how to, get the most out of my education. I'm really looking for the scholarship because I want to be able to focus on my doctorate as well as have a full-time job of teaching. I want to be able to, come home and study instead of having after-school jobs in order to pay for a doctorate program. But I feel that going down to Florida as the first one in my family, going to college really, set it up for me. And then my younger siblings decided to go to college after me, based on the experience that I had. So I feel it was a great experience, and it has made me a better student in person, but it was certainly challenging. Thank you for watching.